All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. So this is my follow-up video from the last YouTube video I did just before I went in to have my ACL surgery. So I went in on Thursday morning, had the surgery. I got out of hospital Friday afternoon. Today it's Monday. So I've been at home resting and doing what I can. And the surgery, from what the surgeon said, was a success. I think going into it, they weren't quite sure if they were going to be able to do surgery on the meniscus because the meniscus can be too damaged to bother doing surgery on, because apparently the healing process is just too long and it makes your rehab even longer because there's not a lot of blood flow apparently that gets to the meniscus. So I had my ACL done, grafted the hamstring, and that is my new ACL. I think there's a screw in there. It's funny, they gave me a little card that says what my implant is. It's like a screw and a little bit of a button. But they left they cleaned the meniscus up. They didn't do surgery on it. And they left my ITB band alone as well. So all I've had done is a meniscus cleanup and then a new ACL, which was a graft from my hamstring. Definitely tired, exhausted from just, I've had a little bit of painkillers here and there. I'm on some blood thinners. But my experience, my first ever surgery, the experience was great. And hopefully it's the last, right? But I was a bit nervous going in. I've never been under. I've never had a general anesthetic. And I get to the hospital by myself at, 7 a.m. in the morning, and you get prepared and all that. But the anaesthetists were really good. The surgeon was fine. And then my experience with the nurses in hospital was great. It was basically 24 hours of me of resting, but not sleeping very well because you get your blood pressure taken every 4 hours in hospital overnight. They give you, antibiotics in case of medication. So you're getting woken up. But all in all, the surgery was a success and my experience in hospital was great. Someone in the comments on my last video, I said that I had a torn PCL. The surgeon was just going to leave the PCL alone and just let it heal by itself. He did say if we were going to do surgery on it, that means we had to re-rupture it completely, and then that would have healed back probably weaker than it is now. So the PCL has been healing by itself since I did the injury, in February, and now it's June. So yeah, that's my experience in hospital. It was fine. I'm very, very thankful for the public health system here in Australia. I'm not sure where you're from, but I went and saw the surgeon and the hospital about my knee, and within 3 months, I've been seen and had surgery because it was serious enough to the point that they knew that it had to be done because it was quite unstable. So I'm very thankful for that. Now I've been out of hospital for 3 or 4 days. My knee is obviously swollen and very weak. I've got to remember that the hamstring has been grafted. I've had an invasive thing happen. So the knee is feeling weak, but I can hobble around limping. And every day I wake up and the knee is less swollen. And the rehab exercises I'm doing are very simple, right? It's just flexing the leg as much as you can, holding, an isometric hold, repping that out and just flexing, trying to get the leg as straight as you can. Placing the foot up on, say, a chair, but the knee and the leg are just kind of hanging, so it forces it to be straight. Because the biggest part of rehab, I've heard, is just getting the leg to be able to pull back. Flexing and extending the knee is the biggest part of rehab for the first month or so. And the physio said to me in hospital, the first 2 weeks is just getting your swelling down and working on extension and flexion. So that's what I've been doing. But feeling good, it's going to be a long road to recovery. I've had a few people comment on my video or my other posts I've done on Instagram. And I think it's very individual. I'm not expecting to do a lot within the first 6 months, even 12 months until I go back to jiu-jitsu. That might be within 9 months, but there's going to be no hard sparring or anything for quite a while. So I'm just working on, the basic movements they've given me. I'm not taking any pain meds as of today anymore. And what I'm just focusing on is what I can do. All right. Now I'm going to do a upper body workout today. Going to do some bench press, some rows. I've had days of rest. Now I feel like I just want to get the blood flowing, get back into it, get back into sharing here, and yeah, just enjoying having this new ACL and getting as strong as I can. So it's going to be interesting the next few weeks. I'll keep you guys updated. Obviously, the journey ahead is long, and I'll keep you guys updated with my story, and you'll be part of that. But that's where I'm at. Remember, guys, like, share, subscribe, comment. I'd love to hear your stories with ACL surgery and recovery, and ask me any questions. We'll get back to it.